Hi friends, can you hear me okay? Okay, good, you can hear me. For some reason, I'm so sorry for that. I just realized now that the music was not on. So I was hearing it just fine, but you guys weren't. So I really apologize for that. So good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Happy Sunday morning to you. Welcome to the last live stream of the year. It's just crazy. I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend, and I hope the weather is a little bit drier by you than it is here by me. I'm in northern Illinois, a southwest suburb of Chicago, and it is raining. And in fact, we just had some thunderstorms roll through just a few minutes ago, so I'm going to apologize in advance in case you guys start to hear some rumbling. I do apologize for that, and I am so sorry that you guys couldn't hear the audio. I had no idea that it wasn't on. Yeah, I'm just really sorry about that. I obviously I set something up incorrectly, so I will need to check on that later. In the meantime, welcome back again. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit. There we go. Also, a very special welcome to all of our new subscribers. We've had a handful of new subscribers pop in here in the last few days. Caroline subscribed this morning. Good morning, Caroline. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry, Carolyn. Sorry, Carolyn. Good morning. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're still with us. I do apologize that you're not able to participate in chat for at least 2 hours after um, subscribing, and that is to keep our trolls out, unfortunately. So I do apologize for that. But welcome to the channel. Thanks so much for being here this morning. I had no idea, guys, that the audio wasn't working. So that's really unfortunate. I'm truly sorry about that. No, it's just cold there. It says, it's supposed to get pretty chilly here right now. It's I don't even know what the temperature is right now. The temperature is it's 46 degrees outside right now. But it is going to get chilly later today for sure. Mr. Wizard said something about a 30-degree temperature drop over the next week, so that's going to be fun. Great way to ring in the new year, right? Um, Sorry, this volume thing just totally threw me off. I had this whole thing going in my brain, and now I just completely beside myself here. Let me just calm down for a second. But anyway, welcome back to the very last live stream of the year. It is bittersweet here on the channel that we're going to be starting a brand new project to start to ring out the new year, the old year and ring in the new year. So that's pretty exciting. Somebody had asked in chat if I was going to be doing a New Year's Eve live stream. I am not planning to do your New Year's live stream. In fact, I am actually planning to take a week off for the new year. That's something I wanted to talk to you guys about very briefly, but starting next week, so next week, Sunday, well, basically the rest of this week, and all of next week, there will be no live streams here on the channel. And I told you guys, I talked to you guys about this a little bit a couple weeks ago. I told you that I'm kind of reaching the point of burnout a little bit. I can kind of feel it happening a little bit. And so I have some things around here that I really need to get taken care of. And because of all of the hours that I've been putting in my corporate job, I really haven't had the opportunity to be able to dive into this channel and do the admin stuff that I need to. So I'm going to be taking a couple weeks off as a little bit of a break. For you guys, it's just one weekend. For me, it's actually 2 full weeks because I won't be doing any live streams during the week either for the next 2 weeks. So the next live stream that we have, I was just actually looking at my calendar like seconds ago here. Let me flip over to that real quick so you guys can get an exact date from me. Give me a second here. Where did the calendar go? There it is. Wrong slide. Hold, please. Okay, so our next live stream will be on the 11th, where we're going to be working on our Starfire project. We're going to be finishing up the borders on that, and we're going to be starting the flange binding on that. So no stream for the rest of this week through New Year's, and then no stream next weekend, Sunday the 4th. So like I said, for you guys, it's really just a weekend, but for me, it's 2 full weeks of no live streams. So that's going to be kind of nice. Speaking of members only, we would typically have a live stream next Monday. That one is also going to be canceled. We are going to do our first members only live stream on the 19th. And that's when we're going to be starting the new project with Mama Joyce called Blackberry Bramble. So if you are doing the sew along with us for that, we're going to be doing everything from start to finish. We're going to be cutting the fabric. We're going to be sewing up the fabric and everything. So if you guys want to join in on that, we will be starting that on the 19th, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We're going to go every other Monday. And we're going to start with block one, and we're just going to keep going. So Mama Joyce is going to be joining us for that. So that's a lot of fun. I'm excited to hear about, to do that. If you guys are interested in checking out what that is, make sure you click the button down below that says join, or I think it's a square with a $sign in it. You can click that button as well, and it'll allow you to become a member of the channel, where you'll be able to see those live streams. So our next members only live stream will start on the 19th, and then we'll go every other Monday. Um, and our next subscriber live stream will be on the 11th. We're going to take that first week off. I know it's not a great way for a content creator to start out a new year, but I need a break. I've been working so many hours at my corporate job and then also here on the channel, just trying to keep things maintained, that I really need a reset. And so I thought about doing it at the end of the month, and then I thought, no, you know what? Because you guys deserve a better me. So I'm gonna just start off the year fresh. I'm gonna do a bit of a reset for myself at the beginning of the year, and then we're gonna hit it off with a bang. We've got a lot of really fun new projects that we're going to be starting here on the channel that I'm really excited about showing you guys. A new sew along, which is what we're going to be doing today. So I think it's just I think that this will be the right decision for us moving forward. So hopefully you guys support that. I'm sure you do, but I always get a little paranoid when I take time off. Like, oh my gosh, you guys are going to be so mad at me and things. So I'm sure you won't be, but that's what we're going to do. But anyway, let me pop into chat and say hello to everybody in chat there, and then we're going to get started on our brand new project. This one is a sew along project, not a sew along, I'm sorry. This one is a Block of the Month program by Stitching Haven. It is called Twisted Dreams, and I was able to find the pattern through the actual developer. I did put a link to it in the description box below in this video, so if you are interested in purchasing this pattern, you can absolutely do so. I'm being told it's called a kaleidoscope pattern. I've never done one like this before. It's going to be interesting. We're going to start with the middle block, and we're going to keep working our way towards the outside until we're finished with the block. It's a 13-month program, so it's going to run through this year and a little bit into next year, which is going to be exciting. But the thing I really like about this one is because we're going to be building it as we go. So there's not like a final reveal or a final assembly at the end because we're going to be building it as we go. So that's what's kind of exciting about it. I've already found a typo in the pattern. So if you're following along with me, I'll tell you more about that in just a minute. But first, let me hop into chat and say hello to everybody there. And welcome you guys back to the channel. Brat46 was the very first person in chat. So Brat46, good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Happy soon to be New Year to you. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas. I did have a very good Christmas. I forgot to tell you guys about that. I did receive a couple of really cool pieces of equipment that we're going to be utilizing here on the channel. One of them is sitting right here, and it is a spinning mat. I love it. I've already used it 2 or 3 times, and so I'm really grateful for that. I also got some handles. I got 2 different sizes of ruler handles. These are the suction cup ruler handles, so really help hold the rulers down. So I'm really excited to try and use those. I've got 2 different sizes. I've got the small one, which is really cute, and then I've got a really big one. So I'm excited to start those. Mr. Wizard also purchased the light with the magnifying glass for me for cross stitching, which I'm really excited about as well. So, and we got a new pattern, the brand new Elizabeth Hartman pattern called Show and Tell. So we're gonna incorporate that into the live stream as well. The cat is eating a piece of plastic. Ozzy! Sorry. Ozzy! Knock it off! My cat likes to lick plastic and she's making this crinkling noise. It's starting to make me crazy. Anyway, I'm sorry. So my Christmas was awesome. I truly appreciate everyone who sent in gifts. Thank you so much for that. Friends and family, I really appreciated that. All of the things that I have received are great tools, and they will definitely be going to use here on the channel over the course of the next year. So Brat46 was the very first person in chat. Carrie Leonard is the next person that is in chat. Carrie Leonard, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Happy Sunday morning to you. Terry is also here with us. Good morning, Terry. Thank you so much for being here as well. Happy Sunday morning to you. Terry is one of our moderators here on the channel, so if you guys have any questions or you need help with anything, make sure you reach out to her. Terry also has her own channel as well, and I love following her. She did a video just recently on her hydroponic garden, which I thought was just so cool. I've never seen one before, so it's really interesting. It's really interesting. So make sure you check her out. You can do !Terry in chat to get a link to hers. Kathy is also another one of our subscribers. I'm not sure if she's here yet or not. I have not seen her yet, but if she is, good morning to her. make sure you do exclamation point Kathy in chat for her. She's a moderator, not a subscriber, as well. So good morning to you both. Thank you so much for being here. Susan, the quirky hand quilter, is also here. Good morning, Susan. Thank you so much for being here as well. And thank you for being a member of the channel. I really appreciate that. Terry says, this quilt pattern looks amazing. Wow. Yes, it is. It looks amazing. It looks a little bit intimidating, but I'm really excited to kind of break it down into smaller steps and really dive into it here in just a few minutes. Let me pop through chat here real quick, make sure that I'm not missing anybody, guys. Give me just a second. And while I am going through chat, please do me a quick favor and go ahead and hit that like button for me. Go ahead and give that a tickle. And if you are not already, please consider subscribing to the channel. We love all making new friends here on the channel. You do have to be a subscriber in order to participate in chat, and you must be a subscriber for at least 2 hours. So hopefully we can get all that going here. Let's see. Katie, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Thanks so much for being here this morning. Linda is also here. Good morning, Linda. Welcome back. I thanked Carolyn Stitches already for subscribing, but thank you again, Carolyn, for subscribing to the channel. It is so great to see you. Hopefully you are hanging out with us this morning. I really appreciate that. Judy, good morning. Welcome back. It is so great to see you also. Joyce, good morning. Happy Sunday morning to you. Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, Lucas is in the house. Good morning, bud. Lucas is also one of our moderators. If you are new to the channel, please make sure that you let him know so that he can hook you up with some extra thimbles. He'll get you hooked up with some extra thimbles for being a new subscriber to the channel, and then that way you can participate in the games that we have going in chat. Also, subscriber redemptions. If you have redeemed your thimbles in for the month of December, those will get mailed out at the end of January. So you have plenty of time to keep redeeming until those mailings go out. So good luck to you all. Still scrolling through your chat here, folks. Give me just a second. Dawn, good morning. She says no sound. There's sound now, though, right? That was earlier. I'm hoping that was earlier, and I'm just not now seeing that. Let me check the timestamp on that. 10:30 this morning. That was hopefully just before hopefully just before I went live. Yeah, for some reason the video music is just not working today. It's really annoying me. So sorry about that. 2 wins, so no more gambling. Quitting while I'm ahead. Yeah, good call, Susan. Good call. Mary, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Good morning. The 70s, my goodness. Oh, everything just reset. So hang on here, guys. I gotta go back through. My screen just refreshed and threw me off. So give me a second here. Terry says I burn out as well. Can't get motivated. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's just the end of the year or what it is. Dawn's on YouTube mode burnout too. Okay, well, good. Then I don't feel so bad. I was really feeling a little bit guilty. Like, I don't know why I feel so burned out. Like, I don't understand why I just can't seem to stay motivated. So I'm really glad to hear that you guys are having that too. I'm hoping it's just like an end of the year, like crappy weather type of situation. But I'm gonna give myself that week off, kind of, give myself a little bit of a reset, and we're gonna come back here better than ever. I'm sure of it. Absolutely sure of it. So it's important that you take your own health into consideration whenever you're doing anything, and especially, things that can create additional stress if you're not careful. So I'm very conscious of how long it does or doesn't take me to do things, how I'm feeling about things, especially about the channel and things like that. The channel is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be work. Of course, it is work. There is some work that has to go into it. But for the most part, it's supposed to be my therapy and it's supposed to be fun. So whenever it starts to feel like work, that's when I know I'm entering into a little bit of a burnout and I need to give myself a little bit of a break and a little bit of a reset. I'm sure that you guys understand that and appreciate it, and I'm sure that you respect it. But either way, I still feel a little bit of guilt for it either way. So, but I appreciate you guys, your support on that. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Still going through chat. Sandra, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. I hope you are well. Hi, baby. Did you hear more thunder? Yeah, mommy heard it too. Patty, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Happy Sunday morning to you also. Somebody wants to ask Lucas about his grandma. He gifted his grandma a quilt over the weekend. You guys remember he made the Wild West quilt with us several months ago now. At the beginning of the year, and he gifted that to his mom for Christmas. He says he completely forgot to post the video, but he does have it, and we'll be doing that during this stream. He's talking about over on our Facebook page. So if you have not already, make sure you go over to our Facebook page and subscribe. You do exclamation point FB in chat. It'll give you a link so you can go over there and subscribe and see that video. I can't wait to go see it after the video, after the stream ends here. Sandra says I overslept. Honey, don't worry about it. It's no problem. Sleep is important, so don't even worry about it. I wish I had overslept, if I'm being honest, but I did not. Speaking of sleeping, I wanted to make sure to thank Sean over on the Guy Who Sews for allowing me to be his very last um, visitor, collaborator, guest. That's probably a better word. This is very last guest for the 2025 season. I really appreciated him allowing me to be a part of his channel, and I appreciate his friendship. And thank you guys so much for going over there this morning or yesterday morning and hanging out with us. It was very early in the morning for me, but that's okay. I did get a nap in later. So I do appreciate that. But thank you so much to him for inviting me and for taking time out of his busy schedule to spend a little bit of time with me. So thank you to him for that. And if you're not already a subscriber of his channel, you can do exclamation point Sean, that's SEAN, in chat, and that will give you a link to go over there and give him a subscribe. He is amazing. He does such wonderful, fun things. He loves Elizabeth Hartman products, and that's one of the reasons why I've started liking them as well, is because of him. But he's doing a lot of really fun things over there. He's a big Cotton Cuts ambassador over there, so make sure you check out the Cotton Cut stuff as well. Having a great time with all of that stuff. Sound is better. Okay, good. There's sound now. Okay, yeah. For some reason, the music just is not working this morning, and I'm not sure I understand why. And for that, I really apologize. Uh, yeah. Okay, good morning, Sylvia. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. I think I've gotten through everybody in chat. Chat's been like, I'm gonna refresh just one more time. I'm doing a weird thing. Let's just make sure. Live chat. I think I've gotten everybody in chat. If I miss you, I truly, truly apologize for that. Please make sure that you say hello to me again. But this time I want you to tag me in it. You can do that by doing the @ symbol. That's the A with the circle around it, or the shift number 2 on your keyboard, and then type in "So Not an Expert." And then what that does is it actually highlights it on the screen. So hopefully this time I don't miss it. So anyway, thank you again so much for all of that, and welcome back to the channel again. Twisted Dreams. That is what we are going to be working on here for this morning, folks. This is going to be month or block number 1 here. Let me show you guys what the finished quilt is going to look like when we are done with it. That is what it's going to look like. I absolutely love the movement of this design. I have been looking forward to this project since June. That is when I signed up for it. I signed up for it back in June, and I've been waiting for it, and I've been really excited about it, and I could not wait for it to come in. So I've got some of the pieces laid out here today. We're going to be doing a lot of half square triangles, so we really need to dive in and get started on those. I am going to be using my half square triangle rulers, just to kind of make a little bit of a faster work of things. If you guys don't have half square triangle rulers and you are sewing along, you don't necessarily need to use these. You can just trim them down to the finished sizes that it says in the pattern. But that's what I'm going to be doing this morning. I did want to let you guys know that if you do purchase this pattern or you are following along with this project, there is a typo in the pattern right off the bat. The first, it says construction of round 1, and they have flip-flopped block B and block C. And that completely threw me off this morning. It took me a hot minute to figure it out, but they flip-flopped the numbers, the fabric numbers that it says, and the amount of pieces that you need. So, yeah, that's Ivy. And somebody says, hello, Poppy. There's Ivy. Can you come over here? Come closer to the camera. No? Let me see if I can entice her a little bit to come a little bit closer to the camera. There. Can you sit? Can you sit for a good girl? Oh, there's Wrigley. There's Wrigley. Can you both sit, please? Sit. Good girl. Wrigley, sit too. Good girls. Yes, my puppy cam is up and running, as you guys can see. I'm gonna take a second and drink some coffee. Mr. Wizard made coffee this morning. Oh my gosh, it's high octane coffee, that's for sure. That's why I'm talking a mile a minute. It is high octane. I had to put so much sugar and cream into it in order to get it to not be so bitter. But I appreciate him making the coffee, so thank you very much for that. That's yeah, Don. I'm kind of with you. It was. I don't want to say I was annoyed because I don't want to sound like that. But it was a little bit frustrating this morning trying to figure it out. But I did figure it out. So if you are following along, when it says construction of round one and it says make the blocks B, C, D, and E, block B and C are flip flopped. For block B, it says we need 8 2-inch half square triangles of 4 and 5. And for block C, it says we need 4 2-inch half square triangles for fabrics 1 and 2, but those actually need to be flip flopped. So the one in fabric for 1 and 2 is actually for block B, and the fabric for 4 and 5 is actually for block C. The picture on the right hand side shows it correctly, but the text is incorrect, so that kind of threw me off. But I was able to figure that out this morning. Hopefully, if you guys are already working on this, then you have already figured it out as well. I have not, Terry, but I will. I plan to. I literally found it first thing this morning, so I will plan to reach out to them. I also have not joined the Facebook group. When they shipped this, they gave us a bunch of QR codes, and one of them was a Facebook group. I also have not reached out to the Facebook group yet to see if they are aware of it as well. So I've actually had this one for a couple of weeks now. So my guess is everybody else probably already knows about it, and I'm late to the party. But there we go. So first things first, we're going to need to do some half square triangles. So I've got all my pieces here laid out. So we're going to go ahead and plow through these. I'm going to try and get through them as quickly as I can because I really want to get this block done in this stream today. But we're just going to have to kind of wait and see what happens. Worst case scenario, what will happen is I won't be able to finish the block here on the live stream, and then I'll just go ahead and finish it later this afternoon, and I'll snap a picture of it and show it to you guys on our Facebook group. I don't, unfortunately, have time in my schedule this week for an extra live stream. When we come back next month and we do this again, I will make sure that I have an extra day in my schedule for any extra pieces or extra time that we might need. But I just don't have it, ouch, this week. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. Let me get the smaller ones pieced up first. So we're going to be doing the stitch and flip method. So basically I've drawn a line down the center of the lighter colored fabric, and we're going to be stitching 1/4 of an inch on either side. I got some nice bright blue thread that I'm going to be using here. Hopefully it's not too bad. We'll have to wait and see. But what is everybody else working on this last Sunday of the month? This last Sunday or before New Year's Eve. Does anybody have any fun New Year's Eve plans? How was everybody's holiday? How was everyone's Christmas? Did Santa bring you everything you asked for? How many of you got new sewing machines for Christmas? I did not get a new sewing machine for Christmas, but that's okay because I bought myself a new computer for Christmas, so I'm okay with that. All right. I'm gonna be I'm gonna try and sew these up just as quickly as I can. Stitch and flip method, we've got a bunch of them that need to be made, so we're going to sew them all up at one time. Trim them down, iron them out, and hopefully get them all done at one time. So here's this one. grab my chat so that hopefully I don't miss anything in chat. Mr. Wizard gave me a beautiful amethyst ring for Christmas. I wish I could show it to you guys, but it turns out when I told him what size, because I kind of picked it out. I kind of cheated and picked it out for him. And when I told him what size to buy me, I accidentally told him the wrong size. So he did what he was supposed to do. He followed instructions. I just gave him the wrong information. So I dropped that off at the jeweler yesterday to have it resized for free, which was nice. So I will be able to show that off to you guys in a couple of weeks. It's really, really pretty. Amethyst is my favorite gemstone. I actually prefer gemstones over diamonds. That's just kind of my preference. I prefer color over white. I know that, diamonds are more sparkly and blah, blah, blah. And I get all that. I do. But I honestly prefer gemstones over them. It's just, most people think I'm weird. That's okay. But it does make it for less expensive jewelry for Mr. Wizard when he is deciding to buy me things. So, uh, or anybody for that matter. Yes, Mr. Wizard was very sweet. He also bought me a box of my favorite candies. So that was really kind of him because he knows that's not really something I would buy for myself. And then, as I mentioned to you guys earlier, he also purchased the magnifying light for me that I've mentioned before for our cross stitches, cross stitching. So when we do our cross stitching project again, coming up here in a few weeks, um, you guys will be able to see that. So that'll be fun. Cross stitching will be on Wednesdays. Not every Wednesday, but every couple of Wednesdays. Joy says opal is her favorite. I love opals as well. I have a few opal rings. They're very beautiful. Amethyst and citrine are my favorite. Citrine is the lime green stone. I think it's just so pretty. Those are my two favorite stones. I do like tanzanite as well because tanzanite is another purple stone. I have quite a bit of tanzanite jewelry. For a long time, it was very hard to come by because the mines where you could find the jewels had flooded. And so they couldn't get any more stones. That does not appear to be the case anymore because I've been able to find them much more readily available now. So things must have changed there. Sandra says, I'm finally waking up. Amethyst is your sister's birthstone? Oh, well, she's lucky. Mine is not an amethyst. Mine is a garnet. I'm not a big fan of the garnet, if I'm honest. It's a pretty stone, don't get me wrong. It's just not my favorite. That dark, deep red it doesn't really call to me. I do have quite a bit of garnet jewelry because, as I said, I prefer gemstone jewelry over diamond jewelry. So over the years, people have given me gemstone jewelry. Do I like amethyst because it's purple? Yes, mostly. Mostly because it's purple. I actually like the fact that they have so many different shades of amethyst. Because you can get the bright, the light purple amethyst, and then you can get a really deep, dark purple amethyst as well. That's one of the other reasons I really like it. But yes, mostly because it's purple. Terry says, I'm cooking now, still listening, no problem. Loved my wedding soup video. Oh, well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Terry's talking about my other channel. I do have a second channel. It's a cooking channel. I don't promote it very much because it's more intended for friends and family, to share family recipes with and favorite recipes for my kids with. But I just recently was able to post a new video over there for my mini meatball soup. It's actually my version of an Italian wedding soup. So if that is something that interests you, feel free to go check it out. Maybe give that one a subscribe as well. If not, that's okay too. No harm, no foul. I don't post a whole lot of videos to that channel. It's a very, it's definitely not like this channel where I do a lot more work here. This channel will always be my main focus. That channel is more of a, like I said, it's more of a way to share recipes with my friends and family. More so my kids than anything. Rubies are beautiful. Different shade of red than the garnet. Yeah, for sure. Rubies are gorgeous. I have some ruby jewelry. I also like emeralds as well. Not emeralds. Yeah, emeralds. Emeralds are the green ones. I do like emeralds as well. Well, I think they're beautiful. That deep, rich green color is really pretty. They just don't look very good on me. They kind of wash me out a little bit. But they are very, very pretty. Sapphires, the blue sapphires are very pretty. They're just not they're not my preferred stone. The girls are both have aquamarine as their birthstone, and I think it's a beautiful stone. Really, really pretty. All right, last one for these half square triangles, then we can get those sliced up and trimmed up. So I've drawn a line corner to corner, and I'm sewing a 1/4-inch seam down each side of that drawn line. So if you're following along, that's what I've done so far. Again, this pattern is available for purchase. It is kind of pricey, if I'm honest. It seems a little pricey to me for what you're getting, but it is available. I did put a link down in the description box below if you're interested in it. Hello, Lee. Good evening. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you again. I saw you over on Sean's channel yesterday, so thank you so much for hanging out with us there. And thanks for coming back. All right, so let's go ahead and slice these up now. This is, yeah. No, 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 no. These are E. I gotta make sure I don't get these all screwed up. These are E. These are D. Okay. Let's go ahead and work on the little ones first. So these are 2-inch. Let's go ahead and slice those up real quick. So now I'm going to go ahead and slice down the drawn line. And then trim them up to 2-inch. My young daughter's birthstone is aquamarine and my son's is diamond. Oh, yep. Mama Joyce's is diamond too. She was born in April. So her birthstone is the diamond. The girls were born in March. Theirs is the aquamarine. Very pretty stone. Alright, so now I need to get the 2-inch ruler. Here it is. Triple check. 2 inch, yep, 2 inch and 3.5. Okay. Grab my. Quite a chunk that cut off. Okay. All right. So now we're going to be doing a little bit of trimming here for a second, folks. Takes a minute. So we're doing 2 inch here. Oh. Hi, Marie. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Doing a bunch of trimming right now. Bunch of trimming. We're making some half square triangles, so we're going to trim those down. Hi, Joyce Hernandez. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel as well. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you're well. Doing some trimming here. I'm using my half square triangle slotted rulers for these to make quick work of it. And it is making very quick work of it, for sure. Thank you so much for throwing that Facebook link up there, Lucas. I appreciate it. Trying to rush a little bit. I'm hoping that we get this all done. Lots to do, lots to do. The funny thing is I got this new spinning mat for Christmas, which is awesome, but I have yet to need a spinner on something yet. So I'm sure it'll come to me eventually, but I have yet to need it. There we go. It's better. That's okay. These will all need to be ironed up, which we'll do that in just a few minutes. Well, there we go. So I didn't see, maybe I missed it, but does anybody get anything special for Christmas this year? I know I got messages from quite a few of you over Christmas Eve and Christmas Day wishing me a Merry Christmas. I truly appreciated that. Thank you so much for that. A couple of you messaged me to let me know that you were spending time with friends and family, and others of you were mentioning that you were spending time on your own, and that's okay. Gladys, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. I know many of you were spending this first holiday without some of your loved ones, so I'm sure it was a little bit challenging. I remember the first holiday that I had without my dad and then without my grandma. It wasn't easy. The only comfort that I really had during those times was knowing that they weren't in any pain anymore. They weren't suffering anymore. So hopefully that brought you a little bit of comfort as well. Joyce Hernandez says she had a very nice Christmas with her youngest daughter and family. All right. Getting there, guys. Getting there. Just about. We're about halfway done. These bigger ones are 3.5 inch, so I'm going to grab my bigger ruler. These are 3.5 inch. Lucas is talking about the video. That's awesome. We can't wait to take a look at that after the stream. I'm sure his grandma appreciated that. She was a quilter herself, if I remember correctly, at one point in time, or a sewer, if nothing else. So she understood the process behind it and the amount of work and love that went into it. I'm sure that was special for her. He will be back on the channel. Lucas will be back behind the camera sometime this year for some more projects. He's got some more fabric to work through. We'll get coordinated on that in the coming weeks. All right, grab these other ones here. Hi Brenda, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Happy soon to be New Year to you. We are working on a new project over here called Twisted Dreams, and it is a bunch of half square triangles, at least this first block. So I'm focused on that real quick. No. Brenda, I was just telling everybody that we will be taking a week off next week. So there will not be a live stream next Sunday. That also means there will not be a members only live stream next Monday. And that we will be starting our Lock of the Month series for the Blackberry Bramble on, I think I said the 19th with Mama Joyce. We will be doing it all on the channel or on the live stream. We will be starting at ironing and cutting and going through the whole thing. 7:30 p.m. Central Time every other Monday for members only. So I know that you had purchased the kit, and I cannot wait to dive into it. I appreciate your patience while we were setting that all up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully we can learn together. This one did not turn out very well. Keep sliding on me. How many more times I got to do this today? That one did not want to trim. I think my blade is going dull on me, causing issues. Sorry guys, not paying any attention, not focusing on the camera at the moment. Just trying to get through these half square triangles real quick. Part of it is my own fault. I should have paid a little bit more attention and prepped these ahead of time. Yeah, I'm going to be starching my fabrics as well, but I'll probably be doing it as we go. I'm not going to starch the whole thing at one time, I don't think. Because they're pretty substantial cuts of fabric. And I really don't have the space to be able to starch it too much ahead of time. So, but yes, I too will be starching my fabrics as we go. That'll be on the 19th. If anyone is interested. I have not been able to find that pattern online, so I don't believe that it is something that you can purchase to follow along with. I think that, unfortunately, it was in kit form only. Hi, Shirley. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Merry Christmas to you. Happy New Year. Or soon to be New Year, I should say. Okay, one more, folks. One more. Trimming is my least favorite, Joyce. Yeah, I have to agree with you, Joyce. It is my least favorite as well. It's a necessary evil. But we are almost done. Almost done. My blade is going. I cut a bunch of fabric over the weekend, or yesterday. So my blade is going now. All right, 3.5. Three and a half. But I gotta tell you, friends, these slotted rulers that one of my subscribers sent me have been an absolute game changer this year. They're a little bit of an investment, but well worth it. Well worth it, in my opinion. I've really made quick work of these triangles. I feel like they've cut down on the amount of time that you need to trim things. I think everything irons up nicer and lays a little bit flatter. And I don't have to worry so much about making sure that my angles are right. Two more, folks, two more. And then we can start ironing. Go ahead and turn the iron on. So I'm probably going to say it 3 or 4 times throughout this stream, but just a reminder to those of you who are just joining us, next week we will not have a live stream. I know it's not exactly the best way to start off a new year, but I really want to give myself a little bit of a mental break and start fresh for the new year. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and do this now rather than wait till the end of the month to do it. I may still end up with a video or two on the channel. I've got a couple of our Floral States of America videos that I have recorded that I still have yet to edit and publish on the channel. I might end up with a couple of those out there. I don't know yet. I'm trying not to set myself up too much. But I might end up doing something like that. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so there's these. And then I need to trim these two up real quick. All right, so now we need to go ahead and iron these open. I'm going to go ahead and iron all of them open. Which is going to take another minute, but at least this way I'll be able to actually face you guys. So let's grab these. And these. Pull this over here. Quiet Christmas here. Relatives came down with a bug. That was them sick. Got it twice. Took out the property management office totally. Oh, wow. They have a cleaning company coming in to sanitize, I think. Wow. Wow, that's great. Serge the edges, toss in the washer and dryer to shrink, then spray starch. Oh. Oh, with the big pieces of fabric? Yeah, good call on that. I don't have a serger, so. Yesterday I put a whole jelly roll in my salad spinner with Stay Flow and water and then hung it to dry. Huh, that's interesting. I never thought to do that. That's a good way to do it, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get these ironed out now. Ozzy! My cat is being annoying. She's being very annoying today. She just wants to be into everything. It's making me a little bit insane. A little bit crazy today. A little bit. Trying to get these pretty quickly, but we are running out of time here. It's already an hour in. We haven't even gotten anything really sewn up yet, so hopefully this won't take me too long. Like I said, whatever I don't finish here on the live stream, I will finish on the after the stream has ended. And then maybe I might even do it as a members only video just to get it out. And then publish it to the channel later. So you guys can see what it looks like. Sean, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. I was just mentioning your channel earlier today, and thanking you again for allowing me to be a part of it, being your last guest for the year. I appreciate that. Thanking your community for welcoming me. Really appreciate that. Hash square triangles are my least favorite block, but they really prove, they really serve a purpose. But they are the biggest pain to put together, especially on a live stream because they take so long to do. I'm trying. A quilt of valor. Oh wow, Brenda has a quilt of valor. That's awesome. I have one too. I have not registered it yet. Um, I haven't even found who I want to give it to yet. Patriotic group. Yeah. All right. All right. Those are sitting. These are the 2-inch blocks for block C, block B. This is another tool. We introduced a lot of tools on this channel this year. Lots of quick tip tools that we've introduced this year. Well, this is one of them. This ironing tool here has been one, and I really, truly am grateful for it. Really makes quick work of open seams. Makes them lay nice and flat for me. Well, it looks like there's a heist going on. If you guys are interested in getting in on that, you can do exclamation point heist space and then the amount of thimbles you're willing to risk. You can only risk the amount of thimbles that you have. There is a limit. I think Lucas set it at like 2,500 or something like that. That way you don't lose everything. Good luck to you all. All right. Those are laying super flat now. Love it. Just about done. We're about halfway there. Now we've got these bigger 3.5-inch triangles that we need to iron up. And then we've got one more assembly we need to do to these E blocks over here. And then we can start putting this block together. The block looks like it's going to go together pretty quickly. I think we'll have plenty of time to take care of that. Ah. Just ironing these seams open. It always takes a minute to take care of this. Jesus, lots has not been nice to me today. We encourage gambling here on this channel, although there is no actual money that exchange his hands. So only gambling of thimbles is what we encourage. Agnes, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you're well. Joyce says, I'm back. Good morning. Welcome back, Joyce. We missed you. Joyce says, Danny, you're an enabler. I am a little bit when it comes to gambling for thimbles. I am. I'm an influencer. All right, last one to iron up, and then we got one more quick assembly to make, and then we can put this block together. It's going to be really fun. We are making the center star for this quilt block. This is a block of the month program, so each month we're going to be getting a new one. Now, typically this series will run on Tuesdays. It will be renamed as Twisted Tuesdays, but I wanted to get it started on this Sunday stream. But moving forward, it will be on Tuesdays. All right. Wow, congratulations to all of our winners of the heist. Wow. Lots of winners. So this morning and really all week, I've been thinking about all the new projects that I have lined up that I have here in my stash of things to do that we're going to be working on next year. Um, I am really excited for a lot of these projects. Now, most of them are longer term projects, so I'm not sure how many we're actually going to get to in a year, but we're going to be trying some new things this year. We're going to be incorporating our cross stitching into a regular series on the channel. We've got a couple of Block of the Month programs we're going to be working through, Twisted Dream being one of them. There we go. Terry says I have to catch up. All right, so the last thing we need to do is we need to trim this block up here. We need to do 1¼ inch, trim it, and then sew up. I don't think I need these anymore. So 1¼ inch there. And then take these E blocks. Find my guided 1/4 inch presser foot. There we go. There we go. All right. So it says 1¼ 1¼ line. So, and then we're sewing this triangle piece onto it again. So we kind of like we're kind of creating a stripe. That's basically what's happening here. Go. 1¼ just lining them up so it's centered, and then sewing it back onto the blue at a 1/4 inch seam. Last one, and then we're going to be able to put this block together. Plenty of time. There we go. So one of the tricks I learned from Donna Jordan about trying to center up your pieces, especially when you're sewing on a triangle, is you fold the one piece right sides together, okay? Then you fold the other piece right sides together, and then you get this like little crease in the center, and when you match up the two creases, now you know that the piece is centered exactly the way you want it to be. It's a little trick I learned from Donna Jordan. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and iron these open and then trim them down one more time. It says to press the fabric towards number 2. Number 2 is the blue. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and do an open seam on this. I know the directions say to do it one way, but I'm going to go ahead and just do an open seam on this. Is my iron behaving? Your iron died on Christmas Day? Oh, yuck. Yes, mine is. It's behaving okay. I actually feel like maybe it's not as hot as it used to be, which kind of worries me a little bit, if I'm honest, because I really love it. It might be time to start thinking about upgrading to a different one, or at least a newer one. I have not checked the temperature on it to tell you what the temperature is set at, but just by the feel of it and how it's doing things, it seems to be working okay. I mean, I think it could be better for sure, but it could be it's doing okay. All right, so let's go ahead and iron this up. Now I need to trim this block to 3.5 again. So we're gonna go ahead and do that real quick. 1, 2, 3.5. 1, 2, 3.5. There we go. So this is what that block looks like now. You can see that blue stripe there in the center. So we just need to trim up these 3 and then we can actually start putting this block together. Yay. Go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This one is not quite 3.5. This one's going to cause trouble. Okay, let's see. There we go. All right. Now all of our blocks are trimmed up and ready to go, and now we can actually start assembling this. I don't think we need to do any more trimming, so I'm going to go ahead and put these away. Pretty sure we aren't going to need to do any more trimming, but we'll have to wait and see. I don't think we do. Okay, so first things first, it's telling us to put our center blocks together, which is these blocks here, and this block here, and this one here. We have to put 4 of them together. So let's go ahead and lay that out. So we need this block there, this block there, that block there, and this one there, like that. So one block A to two block Bs and one block C together as shown. Okay. We're going to go ahead and sew these, chain piece these up together. There we go. One, two, three, four. Okay, now we need to sew up these together. One, two, three, one more. All right. Now this one says, actually, let's go ahead and do a little bit more here. So let's see, we've got that one and that one, and that one, and that one. That one, that one, that one, and that one, and then these two are. All right. I was just kind of looking to see what other pieces I could sew up together besides this middle section here. I don't really feel like there's anything just yet, so we're going to go ahead and get these laid out. Go ahead and get these finger pressed here. Go ahead, get those ironed out. Let's get these now. These are towards the blue again. Lisa is listening as we work to set up a new camera for his live stream in January. That sounds like a lot of fun, Lee. I did send over a link to your channel to Mr. Wizard, my husband, Mr. Wizard, and he was gonna check that out. He's not necessarily a big train guy, but he does appreciate the amount of work that goes into it, as do I. And so we have not had the opportunity to check out your channel yet, but we definitely will. I think it's awesome that that you want to hang out with us because quilting and trains are very different hobbies, but we appreciate the fact that you're hanging out with us. I love the fact that we can bring in different hobbies and appreciate them just as much as we can our own. Oh. All right, so these go this way. And now these go this way. And they make our center blocks. So let's go ahead and sew these on up together. We do have some nesting seams here that we're going to need to match up. So let's go ahead and do that. Go. So now we are sewing up the very bitty center of this block. I'll show you guys what that looks like in just a minute here. There we go. Go. And then last one. All right. Okay, so now I need to do it towards this way. Towards this way. I'm just following the pressing instructions that it's showing me here. I did the half square triangles open, but now I'm going to go ahead and follow the instructions to get the assemblies together. There we go. Making great time. I was worried we weren't going to have enough time to finish this, but there should be plenty of time. Plenty of time. And so this is the center block for this quilt assembly, for this quilt. This one is different than one I've ever made before in that we're starting in the center and we're building our way out. I've never made a quilt like that before. I'm being told that this is called the kaleidoscope type of quilt. So that's kind of neat, where you start in the center and you kind of work your way out. Lots of fun. One more gusset to go, Brett 46 says. You got this, Brett 46. You got it. All right. So now let's go ahead and lay these out. So this one goes there. This one goes there. That one goes there. And that one goes there. Can you guys kind of see what it's going to look like? Isn't that neat? So now we're just going to go ahead and sew these up into rows. I'm just going to flip over the second row onto the first. And then the fourth row onto the third. There we go. I'm going to sew these up first. And now we're going to do them in columns. So I start with the first column. There we go. The first one. Grab the second. And then we're just going to keep them right on the machine. And what that does is it kind of keeps all of our pieces together for us. There are some seams that need to be matched up. A little bit. Medallion quilt, but what do I know? I don't know either, Terry. Medallion. Sorry, I said kaleidoscope. I meant medallion. Yeah, I think you might be right. Medallion, yeah. Not kaleidoscope. Medallion. I've never made one before, so this is a brand new technique for me. And I'm kind of excited to see how it goes. I like the fact that we're building it as we go, as opposed to building all these pieces and then putting them together in a final assembly. I like the fact that we're going to get that instant gratification of being able to see it come together. Go. All right. Linda says, heard you may get some maybe bad storms later in the day, so please be careful. Maybe tornadoes, but things could change. Yes, Linda, that is what they're saying. Isn't it crazy that we're under a bit of a tornado watch for in December? It's just crazy. It's just so silly. But yes, yes, we are. We had some a little bit of thunder roll through earlier in the day, earlier this morning, which kind of upset the dogs ever so slightly. Um, but that's okay. They'll get over it. Okay, so top goes towards the right. This one goes this way. This one goes this way. But yes, they are talking for some stupid weather for December. Hard to believe, really. But I appreciate that. I appreciate you looking out for me and thinking about me. Just making sure I'm not missing anything in chat. Brenda says, oh no, planning going to Kentucky Kingdom with the girls this evening. Pray weather holds out here. It is very warm. Yeah, it's in the 40s right now here by me. But that's one of the reasons why these storms are rolling through is because we're supposed to get a 40-degree temperature drop coming in. So it's going to be kind of a little bit crazy. Put these all away. So yeah, it's going to be not great. It's not ideal for December for sure. No, this one needs to go this way. You had a really bad tornado in December back in 2020 or 2021. Wow. I think because people don't, they just don't expect it. So I think that's probably why I mean, it's just crazy to me that, that we're going to have one at all. It just seems so silly. It's silly, I tell you. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and sew up the rows one more time. Or the columns, I'm sorry. Making sure that everything matches up the way it's supposed to. A little bit of a bulk here, so I'm going to actually flip that seam. I'll flip this one seam here again. go. And then swap this one together too. All right, so now all of our rows are sewn up together. Just going to go ahead and lay these out one more time. Not laying very flat for me. Terry says, almost done with dinner. What are you having for dinner, Terry? And what time? What time should we be there? There we go. Let's lay that down there. Now we're going to grab this side, go this way. And I lived and went to school in Bowling Green in the 80s and went to the busiest college. Oh boy. Excuse me. Mr. Wizard and I actually stayed in Bowling Green when we were dropping off or picking up one of our stepdaughters. I think we were dropping her off after winter break. We were dropping her back off at school. She actually, that was her only year there. She went there her freshman year and then decided that college wasn't really for her just yet. So she came back home for a little while, stayed with mom, got a full-time job, and she's doing really well. College is not for everybody. It's just not for everybody. Those who don't really enjoy school or education, it's difficult for them. And she struggled quite a bit her freshman year and made the decision that it just wasn't really the right time for her. She is still considering going back, maybe next year. She's actually moving back to Kentucky next year. But a different area. She'll be living in, I want to say Livingston, but I feel like that's not right. All right, now let's sew up the next row here. Now you'll notice as I was sewing up these rows, I did not clip my threads in between the pieces. And I kind of did that on purpose, so then that way all of my rows stayed together. So I didn't have to worry about accidentally flipping a piece or anything like that. It can all kind of stay together for me, which really makes things assemble just a little bit easier. And I try to do that with my row assemblies when I'm doing blocks like this. Because it makes it so you don't necessarily have to think about it so much. The orientation of the blocks, once you've laid everything out, you can just kind of keep going. So Making sure my seams are laying nice and flat, or as flat as I can get them. You'll see if your daughter wants to come later for dinner. I mean, a free meal. Who wouldn't want to, you know? Does she live close to you, Terry? All right. So let's go ahead and lay this one out as well. This one feels like it wants to come down, so we'll let it go down. Here we go. Last seam. She regrets it now. Yeah. Oh, 3 miles away. Wow, that's awesome. That's like Mama Joyce and I. I think we're like 3/4 of a mile from each other, which in a lot of ways has been really nice. Every once in a while, it's a little annoying, if I'm being honest, but it's very rare. She does not. She's not one of those moms that just drops in unannounced, which is nice. She always calls first, which I appreciate. Same thing when I'm going by her house. I do the same thing and I always call first. My sister lives quite a bit away from us. She lives about, gosh, I don't know, like 15 miles maybe. So she's not as close as my mom and I are to each other. Some of these pieces are not laying the correct direction all of a sudden. I'm having to flip them. There we go. There we go. All right. Home stretch. Let me give this one final press and then I'll show you guys what this block looks like. There you go. Yeah, just long enough to not do a drive-by visit, but yeah, I can understand that. I can completely understand that. All right. So, ouch, hot. Hot. Let's give this one a nice hard press. It's a pretty star block to start things off. Set that up with the Dawn says 6 blocks to go on my legit kit muscle. Whew. Been up since 3 a.m. trying to get it done. Wow. That's awesome. One of these days I will try one of those full-size um, paper piecing projects. I would love to try to do one. I just I'm a little intimidated by them, if I'm honest. It's a lot of work. It's a long time to do it. This pattern, it is an expensive pattern. I will warn you, it is pretty pricey, but it is a pretty pattern. It is very pretty. I'm not sure if the pattern that you purchase is written like a block of the month, but the one I have is. But here is our first center block. Very pretty fabrics. But just a reminder again, folks, this is what the actual pattern looks like. I'll show it to you guys again. You can kind of see that center block right there in the middle. That is what we are working on, this piece right there. Kind of see it there. So yeah, block one in the books. This says 12 month. Something else said 13, so I don't know what that's all about, but we'll have to wait and see. So we are done with month one. Month two, which is next month, will be this one here. You can see the frame around it. Bunch of half square triangles again for the frame. So we'll be doing that again next month. Lots of fun. And then every project, every month after that, you continue to build around the outside of the quilt. There you go. It'll be a lot of fun. There you go. It did turn out really well. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. Um, I've been really looking forward to it for a while. I love the colors. I just love the movement of it, how it just kind of feels like it's rolling. I really like that a lot. And so it just kind of spoke to me. Like I said, I signed up for this back in, geez, June, I think. Um, when it first came out, I signed up for it back then. And so now we just wait for the next block to come. Go. Unlike the Annie's Quilt Kit, there was a little bit of extra fabric with this one, but not as much as when we were working on the Annie's Quilt Club. Let me show you guys what I mean by that. Here are my offcuts from this project here. So much smaller amount of scrap. Annie's Kit Club, it seemed like they were just giving you so much extra fabric. Just so much. So I think Stitching Haven has kind of got their stuff together and they have a little bit better of an idea of how that works. So there you go. Oh, this way. So yeah, so that is our block month all ready to go for Twisted Dream. We will be back at the end of this month to do block number 2. So if you are following along or you've received this kit, we're about 3 weeks behind when you receive your block. So if you want to move along or move ahead, you are obviously more than welcome to do so. We are about 3 weeks behind, and that just allows me time to cut the fabric and first to receive the fabric in, and then also allows me time to cut it as well before our next live stream. So we're about 3 weeks behind what the normal schedule seems like it's going to be for this. Supposedly the next one was billed on the 24th, so just a couple days ago. I have not seen it billed yet, but it might have just been because of the holiday. I have not seen it billed to me yet, so I'm hoping that it gets billed soon. Maybe I'll see it on Monday. Who knows? Um, yeah, that's an exciting one. So this one will be running through the rest of the year. Um, Technically, this is month 1 of 13, so in theory, we will finish it in January of next year. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. Um, oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Oh, I apologize. But yeah, so just a reminder again, guys, no live streams for the rest of this week or all of next week. So no Sunday stream next week. And then when we come back, we'll be working on Starfire. We'll be putting the final borders and working on prepping our flange binding for that one. And then that one will go off to the long arm, and you won't see that one come back for a while until we get it back from the long arm. The long arm has 3 of my quilts right now. 2. She might have 2. She might have 3. I don't know how many she has actually. She might have 2 or she might have 3. Uh, no, she has 2. She has 2 of my quilts right now. And then I have one more to give her that I just finished purchasing. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. Let me show you. Oh, quick, before we go, let me show you. I've purchased, yesterday as a matter of fact, I purchased the backing fabric for our Norfolk quilt, which I just went with the same, gosh, threads everywhere. I went with the same fabric line, the Wild Meadow by Moda. I did end up, bought the dark purple flowers, if you guys are familiar with that one. So I went ahead and just bought that. So that one's going to go off to the long arm here in the next couple of weeks. But then I also purchased the border and binding fabric for our mystery project. Let me show you that. Let me grab it real quick. Oh, geez, ouch. I just finished. Here it is. Let me show you guys what that looks like real quick. The mystery project is almost done. I have one more row to put on, which is a small row. And then I need to put the borders on it and get it off to the long arm. My goal is to have it done by February. We'll see if that happens. But let me at least show you the fabric that I purchased. Hang on. Let me show you. So if you guys do not remember what the mystery project looked like, I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek because it's actually completely put together now. So I'm not going to unfold the whole thing and show you the whole thing because that would kind of ruin it. I'm trying to keep it a secret, but I will at least kind of show you just the colors and the stripes. You guys may remember what this one kind of looked like. Go back and look at their playlist for the mystery project if you really want to see what the whole thing looks like. But yeah, so there's that. And then this is the backing fabric that we've chosen. I thought it would go right along with the colors that we have. And you can see this brown fabric that's in here. I really wanted to pull that brown out for the borders and the binding. So I found this fabric here. It is by Moda. It's a tone-on-tone brown fabric. You can kind of see it here a little bit. Hard to see. But I think it pulls that little light brown fabric out of this really nicely. And we're going to use that to frame this one up. We're going to put a nice chunky border on it, probably a 4 or 5 inch chunky border all the way around it. This is 108-inch fabric, so I bought way more than I actually need. But yeah. I'm not a big fan of brown fabric. It's just not my normal go-to, but I really feel like between the backing fabric that we've chosen and these bright, bold colors that we have in this quilt, I think this brown is going to be a nice frame around it. I feel like it's going to have that like almost wooden frame look around it, which is really what I was going for. So that's why I chose the brown. I know brown's not everybody's favorite. It's not my favorite either, but I really think it's going to go really well with it. And I think it complements this background fabric really, really nicely. So there you guys can see the brown fabric up against it. Looks just absolutely amazing. So it's good. I think it's going to look really great. So I have one more row to do. The very top row, so it's together, and that's why I'm not pulling it apart all the way. All of the pieces, all of the columns that we were sewing up together are actually together now. It's one big piece now. It didn't go together as well as it should have, but that's okay. And then the only thing I have left to do is I have one more row at the top that I need to put on, and then I can put the framing on. So if you are a member of the channel, then you will have seen this be put together. and you will know exactly what this pattern is because I've told you. If you are not a member of this channel and you are just a subscriber, which we love those too, don't get me wrong, I am trying to keep this a secret as much as I can until it is gifted off, or at least as close to it as I can. Brown and green. Well, that's good, Terry. I'm glad you like brown and green. Um, I'm trying to keep it as secret as for as long as I can, and so that's why you probably will not see this one come back on the channel as a subscriber until it's done. Until I do a final reveal or when I'm putting the binding on. I haven't decided yet, because I'm trying to keep it a secret. This is for a very close friend of mine who watches my channel. And as soon as they see the final design, they're going to be able to identify what it is, and they're going to know that it's for them because it's a very specific modern quilt design. Um, so that's why we're trying to keep it a secret for as long as we can. But I wanted to at least share with you guys the journey of it. And so this is the fabric that we have chosen for the backing, and here's the frame and binding fabric. There, I will have plenty of this. Like this is 108 inch, and I bought a yard and a half of it. I've way more than I need. Uh, way more than I need. But I bought it because then I can probably use it for other things because it's a really, really pretty, very high quality brown on brown fabric, two-tone brown fabric. So yeah, I wanted to show that to you guys really quickly so you guys can just get an update. This was a project that we've been working on all year, throughout the year. Again, it has its own dedicated playlist, so please feel free to go catch up on that if you're interested in it and want to try and see if you can figure out what it is. Gosh, what else was I going to tell you? Oh, I bought the fabric for our Norfolk quilt. That was a dark purple fabric. It's got these pretty bright pink flowers on it. If you go back to and you take a look at the Wild Meadow by Moda fabric line, you will see it there. Once that one is quilted up by the long arm, we'll bring that one back on to put the binding on it. Yeah, just finishing up a lot of things here towards the end, towards the beginning of the year, end of the year. Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Um, but I'm really excited about this one. Uh, I knew I wanted to go with a brown. I just didn't really know what kind of brown I wanted. And then I walked past this one. It was in the 108 inch section. I walked past it and I kind of looked at it and I liked it. But then I went over to the regular, standard size section and I just didn't find anything that I really liked as well as this one. So I decided to go back and get this one because there's no rule that says you have to use 108 inch fabric for backing. You can use it for whatever you want. There's no rules. So yeah, so this one, I'll probably work on this one after the fact, off the channel, of course. Maybe in a members only stream some other day. Maybe next weekend when we're off. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, excited. Excited to finish up these projects and start on some new ones. We've got some really cool things that I purchased back in July when we were in Quilt Town that I really want to get my hands on and get started with. The next project that we're going to start here on the channel is called Timberland Trails. That will be our next project because that one's actually intended for somebody specific. And so I would really like to get that one started and finished up for them. So we're going to be working on that one next. I don't know when we're going to start that one. Probably not until February, once Starfire is finished up. So custom sheets, tablecloths, napkins for the 180 inch. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, thank you, Terry. It did come out very nicely. I do really like it. But boy, that was a labor of love putting that one together. The ones who are watching this channel, I'm sure, are hoping that it's for them, for sure. But it is for somebody very specific. And then once that is revealed, we actually have a second one that's the same concept, different design, same concept, that we're going to be starting here on the channel. So that one will no longer be a mystery quilt. That one will just be what it is. But you guys will get to see that one go together as well, and we'll be able to talk about that one a little bit more. But this first one, we're trying to keep it a mystery for just as long as we possibly can. So, Anyway, friends, that is all I've got for today. Thank you again so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for coming every week and hanging out with us. Thank you for being a subscriber or a member of the channel or just for watching or lurking. I really appreciate it. You guys know, and I've mentioned it 1,000 times before. The focus of this channel has never been to make money, and it never will be to make money. It is simply to hang out with friends and make some fun projects in the process. I know that this type of a format is not for everybody. I acknowledge that and I understand that, but I truly appreciate the fact that you guys hang out with me every week and you deal with some of my crazy. So I truly appreciate that. I hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas. I hope you have a fantastic and safe New Year. I will be back in 2 weeks. So the 19th, we will be back. And then we're also, not the 19th. What am I talking about? We will be back. Give me my calendar. Where did it go? Hang on. We will be back on the 11th. I'm sorry. We will be back on the 11th. The next members only live stream will be on the 19th, which is the week following that. So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to kind of having a little bit of downtime, if I'm being honest. I'm actually going to try and schedule in some time off in my corporate job as well, but I can't do it next week because it's just too short of notice. And I've got too many things going on next week, so I'll probably do that more towards the end of the month. And I may take off another weekend or so in February. We'll just have to wait and see how things go. But I think that it's important to listen to yourself, listen to your own needs, and make sure that you're accommodating, making sure that you're making accommodations in your schedule to take some time off for yourself as well. And I know that you guys respect that, you appreciate that, you support that, and so I truly appreciate the fact that you do that for me, and you don't get upset with me when I take a day or two off. So no live stream next weekend or next week or anytime in all of this week either. I know Katie is going to be doing a 12-hour live stream for New Year's over on her channel. Make sure you go check her out. You can do exclamation point Katie in chat. I tell her every year that I'm going to try and make it. I never do. So I want to try to make it, but I'm not going to tell her I'm going to try to make it this time because I feel like I'm making promises that I can't keep. It's all going to depend upon the day and you know what I do. I might do a members only live stream, but now between the next 2 weeks, if I really get the inkling to turn the camera on and work on something, um, I might not. It all depends. I will be setting up thumbnails for the rest of the month of January, starting on the 11th, hopefully this afternoon or sometime this week, and maybe even next weekend. So you will start to see those again soon, but just one more time, our next live stream will be on the 11th. So that's 12 days from now. So for you guys, it's 2 weeks. For me, it's really only a week. But yes, thank you guys again. Happy New Year to all of you. I hope that you have a fantastic time. Don't stress yourself too much about New Year's resolutions. They don't always pan out. So instead, set yourself some goals for the entire year. You know, try and focus on health and well-being. Those things are usually the easiest to achieve. Give yourself a couple wins. You know, set 5 or 6 goals for yourself. Some of them are really quick and easy ones, and some of those are a little bit more lengthy and more challenging. So we'll talk more about goals and things for this channel later in January. We want to go over the things that we were supposed to accomplish this year and what we're going to be accomplishing for next year. We'll talk more about that after the first of the year. But anyway, thanks again, guys. I really appreciate you hanging out with me today and all year. Thank you to all of our new subscribers. If you're not already, please consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you again in just a couple weeks. Uh, yeah, I think that's it. Bye for now, friends. Happy New Year.
On the go, unicycle vertical, rolling out the dough. Still got the photo on my